Okay. Hey, it is me, Stephen Trevathan, finally doing another vlog. It has been, I think, about 2 weeks since I had a much stronger start to this vlogging. But you know, it's been an interesting time with my kind of trial promotion at my day job. There's been a lot of increased work, a lot more that's been thrown on my plate, and it has just become one of those things where it is just, I've had to push this off. I've had to kind of reevaluate these ideas I've had about wanting to do better videos. I think. I talked about it in my last one, but it is going to be a struggle for me to kind of find the template that is going to work for me, that I feel comfortable with. I've heard so many people say, hey, put it out there, just start, do it, and I can totally understand where they're coming from with I can get it, but I just can't bring myself to even, to find, I have to find some middle ground, I get it, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be perfect, and I can be okay with that, but I need to find something that is still some sort of in the middle. I think I'm still kind of, before, I was talking about maybe doing kind of a mix of, part like this, talking like this, and then with, showcasing some, actually showing some stuff, just kind of recording my screen. And I think that's kind of where I'm going to go. But I've been kind of on the fence about what I would like to do as the concept for these videos. And I think where I'm leaning towards is actually, for my personal branding videos, I want to start doing these. I would love to kind of practice reviewing other marketing campaigns, and do those as videos, good, bad, whatever, just sharing my thoughts on it. I think that would be fun. First off, there would be no end of potential content for me to look at and talk about, which would be great, and it would be hugely helpful from a skill perspective, because, and by the way, if I'm talking kind of lighter in this video, I am trying. It's pretty late. It's about midnight. My wife has been trying to get some sleep. Our house is very small. She's basically on the other side of the wall that this whiteboard is on. She's literally on the other side of that wall. So I'm, I know probably shouldn't have just turned on the camera to do this, because I know she's got to wake up super early in the morning. But I just, it's been one of those things where it's been important for me to try to find some time to even do these vlog videos. And it's been 2 weeks, and it just felt right to just turn on and talk a little bit. So, but that is why I'm kind of trying to do some sort of whisper talking in the middle thing right here. So, bear with me on that. But yeah, I think it'd be cool to do those. So it'd be cool to do these kind of videos where I'm just taking a look and reviewing some marketing campaigns. I think to start out, so I part of me again, I do this type of thing. So I land on that idea, and I'm already starting to think about, or I was starting to think about, well, okay, so how can I do, how can I adequately in a video go through and do a review of a full marketing campaign? Are there additional tools, software tools I'm going to need to get or look into to help me, identify the different aspects of what a company might be doing. So So just as a kind of as a little bit of an explanation here, when I'm saying marketing campaign, when I was originally thinking about this, I was really thinking about this from, trying to look at this from a grander scale. So say there's I can't even come up with a good idea. I can't come up with a good example off my top of my head. It's a clear marketing campaign that's actually stuck with me, which is that's not a good sign. I should have one that has really stuck with me here. That's going to be kind of part of this. It's funny. I feel like I spend so much of my time kind of looking at competitors for clients and their marketing campaigns and the big ones and that, but it's not like I've seen a lot that have really stuck with me. And at this very moment, I didn't really, I don't prep for these vlogs. I'm kind of just, shooting from the hip, whatever is coming to mind, I want to talk about, and that's the whole point. But I am really kind of disappointed that I can't think of a good, clear example of one. But essentially, still to kind of still walk you through it. For the example marketing campaign, what I wanted to do in the video initially was so here's this marketing campaign from whatever company, and again, I still need to look at, I'm assuming it shouldn't be an issue, I'm not trying to monetize these videos. I'm just trying to put it out there to kind of, showcase, what I'm interested in and showcase my skills in the area. So that shouldn't be an issue. But so say marketing campaign for example company, and this is whatever their initiative is, I think it would be a good thing to maybe talk about. All right, so at least from my ability to research this thing, the goal of this campaign is this, and because of that, here are the areas where I think they're doing some really cool things, and here's where I think they're missing. That would entail looking at what they've included on their website about the campaign, what platforms they're leveraging. Is it like mostly a paid media driven campaign? Is it content organic focused? Is it an email? Is it like a really heavy email campaign? These are things that would be really cool to talk about, but would take still would take a lot of work to actually identify all those things. But I really want to say, if I'm going to do a video about a campaign and it's going to be, all those aspects, and we're going to talk about all of them, it's going to actually take a lot of research time to do that. So changing my mind again on that, as much as that sounds awesome, I think to start, it will be much more feasible to pick, like an ad campaign that I saw on Facebook or something, and go from there. So pick something specific, like, this week we're going to look at some interesting content marketing efforts, and I can talk about what I think is working, about it, and or what isn't. Look at good ones, look at bad ones, and just have that conversation. I think it'll be easy enough to include incisions on it and just talk about it, and maybe actually, even with my terrible handwriting, get the whiteboard in play too. I think that'd be pretty cool. So that's where I'm landing with those. I think I'm just going to stick clear of doing the videos of how to do like a Google Posts video, which is the one I originally had written up on my content calendar for these professional ones. I still haven't gotten to that one. I have written a good bit of notes on it and have essentially presentation style, points that I can speak to in a video. So I might still do something with that, but I think, if anything, I don't know if I would put that, I don't know if I'd put that out there, or if that might be something just to kind of pass internally at my day job, just because I know it's in a spot where we need to pick up our internal strategy behind that. So it might just end up being that type of thing. But all that to say, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of good minds in marketing that are already kind of covering that type of thing, and there's a lot of people that aren't, even that far into it, that are trying to cover those types of things. So it's fairly saturated as it is. This to me kind of feels, like it could be unique. I mean, it's not unique. There's plenty of people that do this too, but I think it could be more easier for me to kind of put it out there, share it on my LinkedIn and stuff like that. And truly from a personal branding perspective, I think it could really be easier for me to kind of incorporate that, because shouldn't be any issue with my day job, shouldn't be any issue with my side hustle. So that's where I'm landing. And by the way, that is a thought that I've come to completely right now. I think I was noodling on that a bit. I was definitely coming to the point that what I originally wanted to do again was going to be too much work, too much prep time for each video. That's the killer for me. It's just getting caught up in wanting to do all these different things, and it just never goes anywhere. So simpler. Let's look at a content marketing piece. That's going to be easier to do. I think it'll be more fun. And yeah, it'll be good. Talking about putting it out there before, without a feeling of it being perfect. If I get that whiteboard involved in some videos, you will see what I'm talking about in terms of how bad my handwriting is. That could be the hardest part of those videos, is probably having to turn off the camera and actually taking the time to write out my points in a way that's somewhat legible. That should be interesting. And I also need to figure out a good way to, the whiteboard's in a weird spot. I mean, I'm gonna have to see if maybe with a good zoom it will capture that, or if I'm gonna have to, I don't know, I'm gonna figure out a good way to actually shoot those. So one step at a time. But that's good. Just came off having a good late night discussion with my brother. He is in hospitality, but he's been trying to get his side hustle going, and he's been helping me, and it's been good. It's been a tough year for him, as with about anybody that is in the hospitality industry. It's been really hard, and I know he's kind of had his ups and downs over the course of the year in terms of developments at his place of work, and some serious significant letdowns there too. So it's good that I'm just happy, as a brother, that he wants to do something with me, and he seems interested. And my hope is that if I can get my act together enough, I can continue to help him learn in this area of digital marketing, and give him skills that he could use to either get an actual daytime job in this, and help me grow this side hustle of mine, if that's the route